So a story of what it's like to be me. This story takes place at one of my first jobs at Walmart. And starting off, you have to do an interview and all that. You have to go through the training videos. It takes about like a week or so. So I finished all of that. So I come in one day and I finish all my training videos. And I talk to my like supervisor, and she's like, tomorrow you're gonna come in and it's gonna be your first real day on the job. So I was like, okay. I went home, got ready for the next day. That day I come in and they sent me to like the back room basically. Well, my job was to push carts, so I had to, get a vest on. And then I met some people that are going to teach me like what to do out there basically. So I meet them, they're cool or whatever. And then we go outside and they start telling me like, you have to do this to push the carts. Here's a secret tip, stuff like that. They started showing me like what to do basically. Running me up and down the aisles. I remember we were in the furthest parking lot aisle and I was collecting some carts because I was going to push them back in. And then the dude who was walking me through the stuff, he was like, hey, I'm going to go get the machine so we could get this job done faster. I can't use it because I wasn't 18 at the time. So I was like, okay. So it was just me out there. So I'm out there collecting the carts. It's just me collecting carts. And I'm over there doing my thing. And over on the side, I hear like this dude. He was like mumbling stuff loudly. He was like, rah, 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 rah. And he was like cussing and all that. But I was like, I'm not trying to get into all that. I'm not trying to worry about him. I'm keeping my head down. I'm collecting the carts. He's walking this way and he's cussing and all that. And then suddenly I hear, and he says the N-word. I'm like, okay, it's nothing I haven't heard before. So I'm just gonna keep minding my own business. And then he comes closer and closer. He's walking this way. And he keep cussing, keep saying the N-word, and just being racist, basically. He's further back, but he's like right behind me. I'm pushing the carts out. And I was back in the carts back, and I looked and I locked eyes with the dude. And I figured out he was talking to me. He was calling me the N-word and all that, cussing at me. Just because, I don't know. So I back up. I get my stuff, we lock eyes, and he's still cussing me out. I ain't do nothing to him, I ain't say nothing to him. And then he's like more that way, he's like still walking down the aisle. And the last thing he says to me is, that N-word is lucky I don't go to my car right now, grab my shotgun. And my heart dropped. I was just standing there shook with the carts in my hand. So he's just walking down there. He had to be like 55, or he's a like old dude. A part of being me is, there's always going to be a target on my back, whether I like it or not, just for being me. I never said a word to this man. I never looked at him funny. This was all on my first day on the job. I only told like 2 other people this story before. But the thing is, I realized, is it was cold that day, and I had like a hoodie on, and I had either a hat or my hood up. I think I have a hat on or something. So to me, it was like, how did he even know like what color I was basically? Thought about it and I figured out like the only way he could have known I was partially black was the hairs on the back of my head. And I realized if the hairs on the back of my head is gonna determine if you hate me or not, if it's gonna determine you wanna shoot me, I don't know, I just don't want no parts with you. If the hairs on the back of my head determine how you value me as a human being, there's something wrong with you, I guess. Being me, a part of my life, I'm always gonna have to worry about being racially profiled, being treated differently because of my race, because of who I am. And that's just how it is. It's people say like, oh, I'm so sorry, I feel bad for you, but it's literally, it's my life. I don't see it as any other way. It's just a part of how I'm gonna have to live, I guess. That's the story of what it's like to be me.